Hello, folks. Welcome to episode 2 of the Defacto Film Review Podcast. I am Andrew Walker, and we have the man who started it all,
Robert Joseph Butler, Defacto Film Review's chief critic.
Chief Critic, folks.
Did take a little bit of a break right now for a couple months. I was doing a documentary.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that before we get into our Oscars?
Yes. So my close friend Mike Powell, who I've been friends with for over 20 years, I met him at the Media Play days back in the day. He used to work at Media Play, and then
I missed that store.
That store was
Man,
so great.
I would beg my parents to take Alexa and I there on Saturdays.
Yes,
It was so fun. All the books you could look for, all the CDs, all the movies.
And the only place you could get Criterions.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, you could get them at Suncoast, but you'd spend a lot more there. But you'd get them for like 25 there, and they had them in stock, and you didn't have to wait. Some stuff you have to order there, but at any rate, I met Mike at the Media Play, and we became friends, and we started hanging out, and we started hanging out with the other buddy of his too that worked there, and then we just started going to the movies together, and then we kept touch ever since. And then he has a son now. His name is Jamari, and really good wrestler. And I would go support him over the years, and I'm like, man, this kid has got potential. I said that his freshman year ago. He's going to States by his junior or senior year. I called it. I said he'd be like a 170 pounder. I saw a lot of potential. And sure enough, he just started going well. And I'm here sitting at these meets and tournaments and stuff because I wanted to go to support. I'm like, not that I was bored. I was fascinated. I'm like, I feel like I'm a lost cause here because this kid's so good. We have to make a documentary about him.
Yeah.
He's so skillful, and he's like a spectacle.
Yeah.
When he's there in a good way.
Yeah.
Because he pens kids fast, he wrestles good. So started doing the documentary. It's titled Jamari's Mad. It starts with him at districts, finishes at states. It's got a lot of emotions, both high and low. So gonna start editing this soon and get it out to the world is my goal. But that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
But I'm gonna get back to reviewing the movies.
You're doing the Sofia Coppola and Scorsese thing, working on documentaries in between the creative stuff.
Exactly.
We're still in the process of fundraising for the very last part of Phantom Moon, the thriller crime film that Robert's been working on for a while, and I've been fortunate enough to help with. So we'll talk about that probably in future episodes too. Yeah. But let's get down to the 2026 Oscars. Robert, you did you bet on this? I know Joe, our friend, did on DraftKings. Did you do an actual bet on this?
I did not. I got 21 out of 24 right.
Wow.
I did do an Oscar poll at work through at ESPN, and I got second at that. 2 years in a row, keep getting beat by these coworkers.
Wow.
But
you got to let me know who they are, and we need to take them down to Greektown Casino or something. See if they're lucky.
The one that got me was the casting. I thought Sinners was going to win the casting, but ended up going to
one battle
after another.
Yeah,
and that was the big one, and I didn't get the documentary right. I thought that was for sure going to be The Perfect Neighbor. I said that last month, and surprisingly, it didn't win, and that it lost to that one about the Vladimir Putin.
Oh yeah, yep.
And the short film, nobody could have predicted that tie, right, Andrew?
Yeah, is that the first time there's ever been an actual tie at the Oscars?
I have to look into it.
I don't ever remember hearing about that, but man,
yeah.
So yeah, the documentary Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Did you see that?
That one I did not see.
Okay.
No. I saw the Perfect Neighbor, which I liked quite a bit. I saw the Alabama Solution, and I saw a lot of other documentaries that year, but that one never came out around here. There were no screeners available. I do want to see it though. I like political documentaries.
Let's talk about the two categories for screenplays. Best Original went to Sinners, and Best Adapted, of course, won Battle. Do you think those were deserved?
Absolutely were. This is Paul Thomas Anderson's second adaptation of a Tom Pynchon novel.
Yeah.
And also There Will Be Blood was an adapted novel, which lost that year to No Country for Old Men. Very tough competition. What I love about Paul Thomas Anderson is he's one of the few directors left out there on a big caliber like this that writes, directs, and produces. And he doesn't co-write his stuff. He's the solo writer.
Yeah.
And now we're finding out that he ghost writes for movies. He
really?
Yeah, he co-wrote Killers of the Flower Moon. It's coming out. He did some writing for that, which I see some sensibilities on.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes.
But So not credited. Just
Not credit, yeah.
he,
Just a
he
ghost, right.
Wow. Do you think how much do you think he got paid to do a little ghostwriting on that?
That's a little bit 5 figures,
So
probably.
five
Yeah.
figures, but still no credit.
Still no credit, yeah.
And then, yeah, original for Sinners, original with an asterisk because there was some from Dusk Till Dawn in there.
Sure,
No,
yeah, exactly.
some influences, obviously.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen it in the theater. I did watch it on HBO when it came out on that. I loved it. Did it deserve to break the record for most nominations? I don't know. But that's another story. But it was really great. Michael B. Jordan playing the twins was really, really good. There's a scene that I have mixed feelings about, and then I know other people said they didn't like, but that was when they're in the club, and then the sort of surreal thing starts happening where it shows black musicians from different eras, different decades and everything.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm like, it's kind of strange. I'm trying to, but I know that that part was in the movie to show the influence that this type of music in the 1930s
Right.
eventually went on to influence rock and roll, hip hop, rap, neo soul, everything.
Sure.
So, but I need to watch it again because I've only seen it once.
So thematically, I think that sequence works. It's greatly edited and it's very stylized. And the reason why I think it works is I think it plays into the vampire metaphor of the film because we see rich culture, rich black history, and also music, and a lot of that stuff over the years has been co-opted.
Oh yeah,
by Western influence and the white race.
And, yeah. You've listened to a lot of Led Zeppelin, and it's like, oh, they got that from what's his name in the 50s.
Exactly, and it plays into that with the vampires in the film, being a white race and all that too. And but it Buddy Guy,
oh yeah,
that was great at the end. His cameo at the end. Of
the
film.
He
was at the Oscars too.
Okay,
I heard it was just cool.
Yeah, very cool. A movie I wanted to see get nominated for original screenplay was something we saw together by Eva Victor.
Yeah,
that was her. I don't know if that was the first major script she wrote, but this was her first time directing. She wrote it, directed, and starred in it, which being your first film, that in and of itself is huge.
Yeah.
Movie called Sorry Baby.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was a great, great, great drama with some subtle comedy in there to at least try to make it watchable because the subject matter is kind of dark. But I thought she did such a great job, and I can't wait to see what she does next. I know she got nominated for, was it the Independent
Spirit Awards?
Yeah.
And I think she won the screenplay there. I think
so.
Did that film win Best Picture at the Independent Spirit Awards?
That I don't know.
I think it might have.
I know she won the original screenplay, which is well deserved.
I think it was the original screenplay. Yes.
Cool.
But I Sinners winning I think is fine, but it wasn't my top pick for that category. I would say Sentimental Value or Marty Supreme were the stronger scripts. A little more, they were more tight and more cohesive and stuff. Ronald Bronstein wrote it with Josh Safdie, and they're a great duo together.
Talk about Amy Madigan winning Best Supporting.
I think it's awesome. I mean, she wasn't my favorite. She was actually my second favorite. It was
Al Fanning?
No, Tiana. Tiana was actually my favorite. Tiana Taylor was my favorite, but very close though, very neck and neck. I did the Defacto film reviews the other day. We casted our ballots, and I was like, Amy or Tiana. Amy ended up winning it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the screen time's pretty similar. I think Tiana might actually have me a little bit more, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. I know.
But,
Amy Madigan doesn't show up at all until the second half.
Right. And then when you watch it again, she's in a lot of quick little montages that I missed the first time because it's so in your face. But that movie, though, her performance is outstanding. It really is. It's so memorable.
And I was being a huge horror fan. I'm glad to see these well-made original horror movies getting some getting some notice. I love that, especially from. I mean, obviously, he didn't get nominated for like best director or anything, but Zach Kreger, that's his second uh, film he directed. He did Barbarian a couple years ago. This dude started out doing sketch comedy with The Whitest Kids You Know in 2006 or 2007, and now he has an Oscar. He's Oscar adjacent.
Yes, and then he brings some dark humor to that because there's some comical moments too.
Yes.
In Weapons, that third act.
Yeah,
not to spoil anything, but that's hysterical. I
It
was
is.
laughing in the theater when the kids were chasing.
yeah.
But no, Aunt Gladys, like I said, memorable character. This is a character where people are going to be wearing costumes
Yep.
every year with that red wig, and then that laugh when Amy Madigan went there and accepted that. I heard that laugh. She's like she's still embodying Aunt Gladys there. Then then that speech was great when she talked about her love with Ed Harris. What a great couple those two are.
Yeah, he was sitting there right next with her. Yeah.
And I saw pictures of previous Oscars of Ed Harris, and she was there supporting him.
Has Ed ever been nominated for Oscars for anything?
History of Violence. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and I think The Right Stuff he was as well for supporting actor. So
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I don't know. Did you want to talk about animated features or animated shorts? I'm not a big animated guy, but totally up to you. K-pop,
the
K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters. I do want to say something about that film.
Okay.
Would that movie have been as successful if they would have stood with its original distributor, and that was Sony Pictures Classics. Sony Pictures Classics is very indie. They're very niche. They don't get their films out as wide as, say, Netflix or A24. Sometimes they do get some hits over the years, like Call Me By Your Name was a huge hit before, for example. But this movie, though...
This did come out through Netflix?
So it was originally supposed to come out with Sony Pictures Classics. It was bought by them. Then they ended up reselling it to Netflix. Outbid them for a large amount.
Oh, okay.
And it got so popular that Netflix actually put this movie out in the theater after it was released to Netflix. And it was actually the #1 movie at the box office one weekend, I think in late August or Labor Day around that time.
I know it was big.
Yeah, it was just.
I heard a lot of people talking about it.
That's my love-hate relationship with Netflix. Is
you
know they know how to get their movies seen. They'll find that audience. You get that big streaming platform, but they're very hostile towards the theater. But when they started seeing that success, they're like, hey, you know what? We have to put this out in the theater to get the Oscar rule because you have to play it in the theater, and they did, and it played well. So I think Netflix needs to change their model a little bit. I really do.
I hope they do.
They do, and they're starting to do it now. Like Peaky Blinders is out right now, the movie, and they put that out limited in the theater. We saw it with Frankenstein as well.
And I'm glad I saw that in the theater because, like I talked about on here before, that one shot at the end with the wide shot with Frankenstein in the center, and then the sky is just beautiful. You can't replicate that on your TV screen.
But you can't, yeah. And I think Netflix could widen their window a little bit more. And let's start seeing the box office receipts. They did it with the K-pop Demon.
They did release.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do it with all the other ones.
Yeah, absolutely. There's animated short, The Girl Who Cried Pearls.
And then also, I didn't get to see any of those this year.
Oh, the shorts?
Yeah.
Okay. Best makeup and hairstyling, the winner, Frankenstein. I was glad to see that.
Yes.
The only other movie nominated that I saw was Sinners, but there was also Kokuhu, Smashing Machine, which I know you loved, and The Ugly Stepsister, which I hadn't even heard of.
Okay, yeah, Ugly Stepsister is a very strong horror film. You mean like in horror?
Okay.
It's really latched onto a cult following over the year. IFC put it out. We actually got a screener for that, or IFC for your consideration.
Okay.
At the end of the year. So
sweet.
It's like think of Marie Antoinette meets Cinderella as a horror film. That's really what it is.
Okay. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. The dude's got a genius mind for visuals, and then whoever he picks on his team to put it all together, they know what they're doing.
They do. If you're getting a Guillermo movie, you're going to get great makeup, great production design, and great effects. Yep. Cinematography. It's just a given.
Did you see? Oh, we talked about earlier. The Tie, best live action short. The singers and two people exchanging saliva, kissing. Ah!
I did not see any of the shorts this year, unfortunately.
I never see the shorts or documentaries or animated, but I know there's a lot of good stuff out there. But with all these great features all the time. It's hard to make time for that stuff.
Well, yeah, that too. I've pretty burnt out from short films because I made so many of them, and then I played at so many festivals.
That's right. That's right.
And the Academy drains me with their picks usually. It's usually something gimmicky or it's going to be about children. One of the two.
Yeah. So this is a new category this year: best casting.
Yes.
Now I know before we started recording, you said you thought Sinners was gonna
Right.
and I thought that would have been a great. I knew it was going to be between that and One Battle. One Battle ended up winning, but then some of the others on here nominations: Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Secret Agent. Great movies, but it seemed like the cast wasn't as big for big names compared to those other two movies. So I didn't think they really had a chance.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, One Battle. I mean, Robert Altman influenced P.T. Anderson a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, P.T. Anderson has made a lot of films since then, has had large ensemble pieces. So it actually made sense that won. And I just thought Sinners was going to win just because it had a large ensemble as well. And I just felt like it had that momentum for that category.
Yep.
But, yeah, those two were the unstoppable to win that.
Didn't they talk about they wanted to do an Oscar eventually for stunts? Yeah. But that hasn't come in yet.
Not in fruition yet. I think it's going to be coming soon, I believe.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
Get some recognition for the technical stuff
right,
they do.
Right.
We talked about original and adapted screenplay. Best supporting actor, Mr. Penn.
Yeah, that was a game changer when he won the SAG Award.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because Stellan Skarsgård was the frontrunner after he won the Globe, but then there was no other clear frontrunner after that. And last year in the critics groups, it seemed like Penn was in danger because Benicio del Toro was the one pretty much winning anything, him or Skarsgård.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Sean Penn won. I know some people were griping about it because it's like, why are we celebrating this character in these dark times like that? It's the same flack that Sam Rockwell got for 3 Billboards. I don't agree with that argument. At the end of the day, a great performance is a great performance. It's like ruling out Ray Fiennes and Schindler's List with that mentality.
And it's ruling out Hans Landa from Inglourious Basterds, right?
Right.
It's like 99% of the population knows we're not supporting what the character stands for.
Right.
You're supporting what they do on screen, what the actor brings to it.
Exactly. Like villains have every right to. I mean, same thing with Amy Madigan. Are we going to say like, witches are bad? Are we going to celebrate witches because we won that? I mean, at the end of the day, though, yeah, I can understand the plight, but I think it's a little extreme in my book.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a great performance, though, man.
Yes.
The lockjaw, just his mannerisms, what Sean Penn, he really embodies that character. I mean, Penn just really transfixes into his roles and elevates these performances, doesn't he?
Yes. I haven't seen a lot of his big movies, but every time I've seen him, even going back to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like he knows he's a natural. He knows exactly what the role is calling for, and he delivers every time. This
is his third Oscars. He won for Milk. He won for Mystic River by Clint Eastwood. Great performance. Yes. Although I think Bill Murray for Lost in Translation should have won that year.
For the ones that came out in 2003.
Yes, and Sean Penn felt bad when he won. I remember he looked at both. Actually, he looked at Mickey Rourke during The Wrestler, and he nodded, gave him a nod. He looked at Bill Murray, gave him a nod. He knew it was tough competition.
Oh, that Wrestler during Milk.
Yes.
Same time.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He showed up for those awards for those two, but
he's in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to stop Russia's ballistic missiles from hitting their energy grid.
Right.
So, yeah, we also have Benicio, like we just talked about, from the same film. Stellan, like we talked about, for Sentimental Value. Delroy Lindo from Sinners, and Jacob Elordi from Frankenstein.
So great Delroy finally got his first nomination. It really is. He should have been nominated before for films like Clockers, Spike Lee movie, supporting. He should have been nominated that year. He was snubbed in 2020, if you want to call it that. Some people have a vague misinterpretation of the word snub, but I'll say he should have been nominated for The Five Bloods by Spike Lee for Lee. That was an extraordinary performance that was overlooked as well.
Okay.
But it's just great to see a great actor like Delroy Lindo at age 72 finally get nominated. And he looks the same as he did. If you go look at his movies in the 90s, it's the same man.
Like Don't Crack.
Yeah, he aged like a fine wine.
Yeah. Best production design, we just talked about Frankenstein, the winner. Also nominated, Marty Supreme, One Battle, Sinners, and Hamnet. All great Great production
Frankenstein,
design.
the big winner there.
Yeah. Like I said, Del Toro knows what he's doing with his sets and costumes and his team, makeup, and all that.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Pan's Labyrinth won and Shape of Water won too. So his films have a strong streak of.
I wonder how many of the
category.
same people that he's carried over from those films.
Yeah.
Like I was reading a thing earlier today about David Fincher, how he tries to keep the same people from movie to movie. Best visual effects: Avatar: Fire and Ash won, and the only other movie nominated that I saw was Sinners. Did not see Jurassic Park, The Lost Bus, F1, or Avatar.
I actually thought Jurassic World effects were better than Avatar. I
thought
the dinosaurs look better, and I just think it's an overall stronger movie too. I had more fun with it.
Okay. Yeah, I know there wasn't a whole lot of love going around for Jurassic World. But I remember you saying that it wasn't as bad as some people
I liked
said.
it. I give that film a bona fide 3 out of 4 stars.
Okay. I need to watch it.
I stand by it. It's a highly enjoyable movie.
Did you see any of the documentary shorts?
No, so I didn't get to see any of the short films at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, any of the shorts. Okay.
Yes.
So the winner of that was All the Empty Room.
Which makes sense. I know that one is about the school shootings and they go into the rooms. It sounds powerful and searing. I need to sit down and watch that.
Some more liberal pop propaganda. Best documentary feature: Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Who is the Mr. Nobody in the documentary? Is it?
It's the director. The director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, I hope this gentleman does not end up on a watch list or sadly die.
Or go near an open window in Moscow.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we joke about it, but
it's
messed up.
Everyone
knows what's going on with that. Luckily, Putin is getting up there in age, and he doesn't look very healthy. So hopefully, he'll be gone out of the scene. And whoever takes his place, hopefully, they can open the country up.
Yes.
Here's one of my favorites. One of my favorite technical categories: best cinematography.
Oh yeah.
Sinners.
First female.
Autumn Dorald Arkapow won.
And what else did she shoot before? I meant to look that up.
What else did she film?
I'm very happy that happened. And I actually just recently spoke about women's history for film at work. Yes, a guy talking about I was chosen. That was the topic I chose because being an ally for women. But nonetheless, I brought up the topic was women in history and cinema. And had I done this week, I would have brought her win up, being the first cinematographer,
Palo Alto by Gia Coppola.
That's a good one. Okay, yes, that's a very well shot film.
1 and 2 came out in 2015.
Did not see that one. No.
She was not the head cinematographer, but Splinter Unit Photography. I don't know what that is for Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Second Unit Photography, The Light Between the Oceans.
I was gonna say like a lot of B-roll stuff. Yeah. Second Unit.
Teen Spirit 2018.
Didn't see that one. No.
Untogether 2018.
No, sir.
The Sun is Also a Star 2019. The next Gia Coppola, Mainstream, came out in 2020.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield's in that. That's the
I love him.
again.
I got to see that.
What's it called?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the poster for it. Maya Hawke is in it.
What's the title
Jason
of it?
Schwartzman. Mainstream?
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess her first big movie, she did do the second Black Panther with Coogler, of course.
The Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 2 years ago, The Last Showgirl.
Which is Gia Coppola, which I like that one quite a bit.
And then Sinners.
Yeah.
So
she's getting up. Wow.
She's
probably Wakanda Forever and that were 2 big movies.
Yeah.
Seems like Coogler be using her more often.
She's not super old. She's 44, 45. So she'll be on the scene for a while. Let's go back to our list. Oh, yeah. Also nominated Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle, and Train Dreams, which I need to watch. It's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely need to watch it.
That's a very well shot movie, too. Very Malick. If you like Malick, you'll like this. Some people say they like it more than Malick. I'm like, let's calm down here.
So, real quick, that director, Adolfo Veloso, I hadn't heard of him before. Has he done anything that you could for Train Dreams? A director?
I thought that was a different director, Craig.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're showing the cinematographer's
Yes.
name.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who the director is at the moment. Best international feature, and I saw 2 of these with you.
Yes, I'm glad that Joachim Trier won for Sentiment of Value. Although I would have been happy if Jafar Panahi won for It Was Just an Accident. Both exceptional movies.
Yep.
I saw 5 films in that category.
You saw all of them. Surat, Secret Agent, and also the voice of Hind Raja.
Yes.
Cool. Definitely need to see Secret Agent. I love Wagner Moura.
Yeah.
Great Brazilian actor. Do you want to go through songs? Best original song? That's the Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, I knew that was a lock. And the reaction on Facebook was funny. I had a lot of my, my elderly film buff friends were like, "What's that pop song? How did that win?" I'm like, "Well, we're in different times now. The kids like it, I saw some cool videos though. I saw some parents that had kids where their kids was just dancing to that song.
Cool. So we just have the top 4 now. Best Picture, Actress, Actor, and Director. What do you want to go with first?
Let's start with Director. Let's go with how they announced them.
So we got Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Coogler for Sinners, PTA for One Battle.
Paul Thomas Anderson finally won his long overdue Oscar, as we predicted last month.
He's
no surprise there.
Hard Eight came out 30 years ago, probably, right?
Yeah,
96 or so.
Yeah, 96 at Sundance, came out 97 in the theaters. I saw it right after. So I loved Boogie Nights. I saw that on VHS, and then I saw he did another movie. I rushed out the video store, had one copy of it, and I watched that. So I've been a PTA fan now for 30 years. And
Hard Eight was in the movie store.
Yeah, Family Video had one copy.
Wow.
Blockbuster was there too. I remember seeing it there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Joseph Butler has the memory of an elephant. He does not forget anything. Yeah. He will tell me things that happened when we were 9 years old. He'll know what day it happened on, what day of the week it happened on, what comic book he had in one hand, and what action figure I had in my left hand. It's amazing, folks. It is amazing. So he's done probably 10 features now, roughly, PTA.
Yeah.
What would you say is his best movie, and then what would you say is your favorite movie? Now they could be the same film, but sometimes you're like, oh, this is. You try to say objectively his best film, but this is my favorite film that I could watch once a week.
So I would say they're both the same. There Will Be Blood. I will say this though: his most enjoyable movie is definitely Boogie Nights.
Okay.
But that being said, I definitely think There Will Be Blood would be my favorite. And I also say that's his strongest film too.
D.D. Lewis.
Yes, and it's his most cerebral movie too. It's his most internal film, and it just so mesmerizing. And that craft in that film is just on a whole different level. The artistry.
Let's talk about Coogler. Now, did he do the second Creed movie? Direct the second one, or just the first one? Because I didn't see any of the Creed.
I saw I know he did the first one for sure. Yeah.
Fruitvale Station.
Yes, that's his debut movie.
And then the two Black Panthers. I'm trying to think if he did another feature, but anyway,
that's about it. Yeah.
Seeing those 4 movies, and now Sinners. Where would you like to see him go next?
I'd like to have him take the very personal route, kind of like a Back to the Fruitvale Station. I think that's still his strongest movie that he's made. I'd say Sinners is his second best, but every movie he's done has been good so far. I'd say that, and I think he's a really strong director. He's a very skillful filmmaker, and I like that he also takes place in the writing process as well, which is relieving.
And he's great with visuals.
Yes, he is.
I thought Black Panther was one of the best superhero movies.
Sure, on Marvel.
On a technical level, for Marvel movies. And when I heard that he was coming out with this new movie, but if you remember, they didn't say a whole lot about it. Nobody said, oh, it's a vampire movie, or at least not that I heard.
Right.
And after it came out, like maybe a week or two after it came out, I started to hear people talk about it, and I'm like, oh, so that's what that movie's about. I didn't know. So I was pleasantly surprised that he took the horror route, because the first half of the movie, you're like, all right, where's this going? And then when things start happening, you're like, oh, they're going this route with the horror,
right.
vampires. So he's done the superhero. He's done a good horror.
Done the box sport movie.
He's done the sport.
Yeah, he's done the character study drama, Fruitvale Station.
And that's based on a true story, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I haven't seen that. So he's already made excellent films from these certain types of movies. Let's see where
Michael
he goes.
B.
next.
Jordan's been in every one, just about,
Yeah.
except for Wakanda Forever.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that
Yeah.
one either. I need to watch.
They're
it
a
someday.
great duo. That's the
Oh, yeah.
Scorsese to De Niro.
Oh,
thing there.
absolutely. Or Scorsese to Leo now.
Yeah.
So where were we? Director.
So no actress.
I don't know if you wanted to talk about Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, or Hamnet.
Yeah,
Also
let's talk about
nominated.
Marty Supreme.
Okay.
No, just like the BAFTAs, no wins.
There were nothing.
No wins for Marty
Yeah.
Supreme. And Timothée Chalamet for the longest time. And that's who I predicted to win last month. Boy, did a lot happen in that month.
Yeah. I thought he was going to get it. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, they're not going to vote for him because he badmouthed.
Well, that already happened. The voting was done.
I was going to say, yeah, how is that going to affect now? It's not.
But the thing of it is, the campaign did backfire on him.
Okay.
Because when you do these things, it's like running for office.
That's true.
And he didn't scale it back. He deliberately trolled people. Outside of that, he just kept doing it, and he oversaturated himself, where I think it turned off a lot of Oscar voters. And that was shown in the jokes by Conan Bryan and all that the other night.
I think he is a phenomenal actor. And the next 10 years, you're going to see him do some great stuff.
Yeah. I think he should have won it for this. I think if he just scaled it back and didn't do that, and it is sad that it's like a campaign, that it's not really about the performance, it's about how you campaign.
Politics,
and you get people turned off from you.
My thing about him is he's good, and he knows he's good, and he's a little cocky about it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that's that, like maybe we were just talking about. It's going to backfire on you if it hasn't already.
Right.
It will. And he still has a little bit of growing up to do. You can tell.
Sure.
He does kind of come across as a little immature. I think he just turned 30. Yeah. So,
and look at Michael B. Jordan. He was a class act up there.
Yes.
His speech was so powerful, and he's always been a stand-up guy.
Yep.
He didn't oversaturate himself. He stood back, and that's a great performance. And also, too, when you play dual roles like that, you get an upper advantage too. And people started probably rewatching Centers, the voters, and it just led to that. Now,
yes.
Let's not forget we had Nicolas Cage get nominated before for dual roles like that for adaptation.
Oh, that's right.
Which is a great
Charlie Kaufman
movie.
Yeah,
played the twins.
Yeah,
and then
that's
Jeremy
right.
Irons of Dead Ringers was doing it. Jean-Claude Van Damme for Double Impact.
Michael J. Fox for playing young Marty and regular Marty and old Marty and Back to the Future
right.
too.
The other actors playing the hats.
Let's talk about Sentimental Value, which I watched with you and George at George's house a couple weeks. Well, more than a couple weeks, months ago. I loved it. That might be the first Norwegian film I've seen, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. And I wasn't familiar with Joachim Trier.
Yes. Please watch his other movies if you ever get the time.
Yes. What's the other one?
Oslo,
worst,
August 31st.
Worst person in the world.
Oslo.
Also with the same actress, right? Renate Renz.
Yes.
Or however you say her name. Yeah, I will check them out. This was a great family
dysfunctional movie.
yeah. But of course, like good movies, that comes together at the end, and like you had mentioned to me before, these type of movies, that it's the art that brings the family together. It's Stellan Skarsgård's character wanting to make this film with his daughters. So,
right.
Yeah.
No, that's a great movie, and it's getting a Criterion soon, so which is nice.
Much deserved.
Yes.
And then let's talk about Hamnet, which I also saw with you.
Yep.
The last movie I saw in the theater.
So that Jesse, we gonna talk about actress?
Yeah. We can talk about that. We'll segue into that too.
Okay. Yeah, that's only Oscar it won was the Actress Award, but
Yep.
great movie. I think if this was another era, I think I mentioned this in the last podcast, I think it would win. But I think now we're in 2026, like we're past the Oscar-built movies, and that movie does have the Oscar-built, Oscar-bait type of thing for sure.
Yeah.
But if this was like the 90s or 2000s, that movie would have won. But now that we're kind of in 2026, I think edgier movies like One Battle After Another are winning.
Do you think it has shifted the last couple decades
I do,
in the
yes.
types of movies that get nominated and win?
Yeah, I think Hamnet is a great movie. It made my top 10. I think it's a masterpiece. But I do think the tide has shifted. I think that the voters want edgier stuff. They want more diverse thinking. They want more diverse cast. All that type of stuff factored in with One Battle After Another, and Sinners doing so well, like a vampire movie.
Yeah.
Now in 2026 is a big Oscar.
That would
runner.
have never happened.
Yes.
And for sure, the 90s or 2000s.
Right,
never.
right. Like a movie like One Battle, I would have. Look at PTA was not winning back then. He
No.
is now. And some people are trying to compare it to The Departed now, saying it's Departed. I'm like, Departed's a great movie. It's not knock it too.
Yeah.
But the Oscars are shifting though. They're shifting.
Right. And like everything does over
Yes.
time, and there's always trends and
Right.
things that happen. Sure.
The old guard's pretty much phased out of the Oscars, I think now.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah. So we just talked about Jessie Buckley, and I think that was the first time I'd ever seen her on screen. She was great.
So she was nominated twice before for The Lost Daughter by Maggie Gyllenhaal. She was nominated for that supporting actress. I recommend that. She was also in a Charlie Kaufman movie that they did in 2020 that I liked a lot too. God, what was the name of that movie? But at any rate, she's in that, and she's a great actress in the new Bride movie, which is about
That's right.
Bride
Also,
Frankenstein,
Maggie
and-
Gyllenhaal.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she's in Women Talking, which was nominated for Best Picture in that too. So
She was great. She very, very emotive. Because in that film, for those of you who have seen it out there, there's some very sad and heartbreaking moments. And she carried that movie.
Yes.
Um,
please look that up for me. What's the 2020 movie she
yeah.
did with Charlie Kaufman? I'm tortured. How can I forget this movie?
one sec.
I'm thinking of Ending Things. That's what it is. I'm thinking of Ending Things.
Okay.
And Jesse Plemons is in that.
Okay.
And I know she was in a movie called Wild Rose too, which was
Yeah,
pretty big in
2018.
2018. That's when she started taking off between that and
Beast.
I'm thinking of Ending
2017.
Things. I didn't see that Beast.
Men, which is the
yeah, she's in Men too.
that's the only movie by what's his name I haven't seen. Alex Garland.
Yeah, Alex Garland.
I heard
that's
that's
a crazy movie.
I heard it's maybe his least best
Alex-
movie, but and then The Lost Daughter 2020
Yes.
and Wicked Little Sisters
that one I did not see.
2023. She was great, Jessie Buckley.
And she won it.
Yes, first Irish woman to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We also had Rose Byrne from If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Great
Which
performance.
I recently watched. That movie was excellent.
Yes.
I highly recommend. If you want a good drama about motherhood, I saw. I don't know if this is an apt comparison, but somebody said this is the female version of Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in a way, I guess not as intense.
Yeah.
Although it does have some intense parts.
I forget Ronald Bronstein, who co-wrote Uncut Gems. That's his wife, Mary.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and that's they share that manic sensibility.
Sure. Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue, which I have nobody I know that has seen it except for
I
you.
saw it.
Except for you.
Yes.
And I heard nobody talk about it at all.
It's how can I say it? Adequate movie. It's just one you could watch with your parents and forget in a day.
But does she deserve Best Actress?
I think there are a lot. I mean, it's a great performance. It is really strong, but I think there were other stronger performances that were released.
And then we just talked about Renate Reins from Sentimental Value. Great performance. And I loved her in a movie she did with the disfigured man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes. A Different Man.
A Different Man.
Different Man, yeah. With Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, Sebastian Stanley.
Yeah.
That was the first time I had seen her, and she was great. And then last year's sweetheart, Emma Stone for Begonia.
Yes.
Great movie. I'm so glad I saw that in the theater too. The ending was nuts. So we got that. Okay, let's go actors. We talked about Michael B. with Sinners. We talked about Timothy We didn't talk about Ethan Hawke with Blue Moon.
So I saw it. It's a strong performance, but it like I said it last podcast. I'm a Dwayne Johnson guy. That should have went to him.
That spot should have gone to him.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And then Wagner Moura for Secret
Yeah,
Agent.
that's a strong performance too. Although I think I would have went with Joaquin Phoenix for Eddington. I think I voted for him.
Oh, my boy Joaquin. I
Yes,
loved Eddington.
yes.
I want to see Ari Aster get a little Oscar love.
If he has a little bit more maturing to do, then he
Yes. Yeah. You've seen the growth of his last two movies going.
Yeah.
But a movie like Beau is Afraid, it's like, this movie is so far out there.
No, it was not.
But
Oscar
Eddington, it shows that he can do at least semi-mainstream movie that has the potential of getting some Oscar noms. And we'll have to see what he does next. Very interesting director. I like his stuff. I know Midsummer was pretty divisive. I know a lot of people didn't like it. That ending was nuts, of course. But that movie, it's right up my alley. That all the weirdness. And then we're just left with Best Picture, One Battle.
Yeah,
Now,
we predicted that. It's great to see, and I think this is a movie that's going to hold up over time. It's timeless, has a timeless quality to it. It's very well made. It's got a great cast that's going to forever live on, and it's one of P.T. Anderson's strongest movies. I would say that's top three. PTA.
For him.
Yeah.
Sure.
The Magnolia would be up there. Boogie Nights,
Magnolia.
One Battle, There'll Be Blood.
There
I'd
Will Be
say
Blood.
fifth would be like Licorice Pizza. Phantom Thread's great. I also love Punch Drunk Love.
I know you would say the other one with Joaquin would be your least favorite from 2014.
Oh, The Master?
No, Inherent Vice.
Oh, Inherent Vice is my favorite. My least favorite.
Least favorite.
Yes.
I love that movie, but
It's still good, though.
I haven't. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah.
PTA up here. But there's something about that movie, and the soundtrack to all of his movies are killer.
Yeah.
But the music in that is just
For
it
Inherent
gets me.
Vice or the
Inherent
One Battle?
Vice.
Oh, yeah.
And then he captures the 1970s Los Angeles vibe perfectly.
Right. And that
But then
carried-
also with Licorice Pizza. he
yeah,
does
and
the
that
same
carried
thing.
on too. And what's interesting too, we'll talk about PTA here in a moment. Right now, let's talk about it. Like for instance, One Battle After Another, you could see elements of each of his movies in there. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
opening reminded me of There Will Be Blood. It's got that Johnny Greenwood. That's Johnny Greenwood's score.
Yep, from Radiohead. Yeah.
Radiohead, yeah. It definitely kind of reminisced the score from There Will Be Blood in the opening. And it's like a montage of events, and then the interrogation scenes. Not many people bring this up. Those interrogation scenes in One Battle After Another, where the officers are interviewing the kids or Will's friends, is very much like The Master. Because you remember they're doing the hypnosis, and they're doing interviews, and they do a lot of different cuts and different people. That's right out of The Master.
I still haven't seen The Master or Phantom Thread. I still need to see those two.
Okay.
Yeah, and I watched it, but I don't really remember Magnolia.
Well, the scene too where Tiana Taylor's character is arrested, and then she's in the police office and all that, the police station, and they're giving the middle finger. That's straight out of Inherent Vice.
Oh yeah, yep.
You know,
I was sad not to see his girlfriend in the movie, Maya Rudolph.
yeah, and she usually makes a brief performance and stuff because she's
yeah.
both in Inherent Vice and she's in Licorice Pizza in very small roles.
Yep. What a lucky dude, Maya Rudolph. She's so funny and just uniquely beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Rob, we're right at 44 minutes. What else would you like to talk about? Any last things you want to say about this year's Oscars?
This year's Oscars, I thought, was a really strong show. I know some people thought it was just kind of bland. I didn't think so. I thought that Conan O'Brien was a different change of pace. I know he hosted it. This is the second time hosting it. I thought the jokes were there. The wit and banter was there.
I think people like him who hosted their own show for a long time and 5 nights a week will go out in front of an audience and do a monologue for 5 to 8 minutes or whatever. They know how to present themselves in front of a crowd, whether it's a crowd of 120 people in a studio like his show or 3,000 people or whatever that the Kodak Theater holds. Or people like John Mulaney who have done stand-up now for a long time. I would love to see him host the Oscars.
Right.
Someone who nobody wants to see what happened was that 2010 with James Franco and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And you picked two of the hottest stars at the time to co-host, but there has to be something more there than just them being, well, they're hot right now. You know, they have to know how to be in front of a crowd
and make them laugh.
Make them laugh, and there's definitely an art to it. And Conan knows what he's doing. He's been doing this since the early 90s. But yeah, anything else
about the show too? I thought
show?
the memorial was really strong, and I was tearing up when we saw Rob
Reiner's, yeah.
And we got Diane Keaton's, and we had Robert Redford. I do wish they needed one more. They're doing threes. They should have did Robert Duvall. I think Francis Ford Coppola should have been invited, but I don't know if they didn't want to bring him there because he was going to beg for money because he's probably so in a deficit right now.
Yeah, he lost a good $100 million on
Megalopolis.
Is that streaming?
No, for whatever reason he won't release it. He just wants to do like a road show. He's doing like this endless road show.
I saw that he was last year. He was down in Dearborn.
Field,
yeah.
Not Ford Field, but at Ford Theater.
Yeah. Peculiar guy. That'd be a cool guy to interview. But I mean, I want to. Of course, the movie had flaws and everything. But I'm glad I saw it in the theater with you. But I want to watch it again because there's just so much weird stuff going on. I'm like,
that movie's a hot mess. It's a fascinating. It's like a train wreck. You can't look away.
Right.
There's moments that are like, whoa, this is the most fascinating thing, and there's some really painful moments in it too, where it's just bad. It's a very mixed bag movie.
Right.
But man, why would you not do Robert Duvall? This is a guy that was in The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, and he's won
tons.
He's won a couple. He's been nominated 7 times, so it would have been relieving if they would have somebody speak for him.
Yeah,
because I think he's just as big as an actor as Robert Redford. But all those were beautiful tributes. They really were.
And what are the odds that the party that Rob Reiner went to the night of his death was hosted by Conan O'Brien? That was at Conan O'Brien's house. That party he went to.
I'm not sure.
It is.
So I didn't know that. Yeah, I knew he was at a party, but I didn't know it was Conan's. I didn't hear that.
Wow. When I heard that, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the son, who ended up allegedly killing him and his wife, what set him off apparently was getting into an argument with Bill Hader from SNL.
I heard that. Yeah.
It's just an all-around sad situation.
It is very disturbing, and yeah.
When people cry out for help, get them help, folks.
Right.
I know that they had tried to help their son, but I mean, I guess there's only so much you can do with things.
And then Robert Redford, what I liked about is how Barbara Streisand emphasized his power with independent filmmaking, and she brought it up too. Like,
with
a lot of filmmakers,
like
Ryan Coogler got his start at Sundance. P.T. Anderson did too, for that matter, with Heart 8 being at Sundance. So that's pretty good parallel that she drew there.
When did that start? Like in the mid 90s?
80s actually. So
80s?
So you started off as the USA Film Festival, then like early 90s it gravitated towards Sundance, and it just blew up, and then curated much more. And I know some people thought that it got overly commercialized and co-opted by big advertisements and stuff. There's some truth to that. However, there's a lot of pioneers that started there.
Yeah,
It's a great
and for things like that brought that gave people their first chances, and those people went on, and it's a beloved, I don't know if you want to call it an institution in America, Sundance Film Festival. Everybody
knows it now.
Everyone knows about it. You're going to expect it to get mainstreamed, or maybe co-opted or not, but
and big studios,
still, and that's not inherently a bad thing. Like, this is popular for the right reasons, at least.
Right, and it made other film festivals bigger. Like Sundance was big, and all of a sudden we started seeing all these other film festivals popped up. So it gave a lot of opportunities for independent filmmakers to get their movies seen, whether they didn't get into Sundance or not. The film festival realm is the way it is because of Sundance. It set the bar.
Yeah. All right, Robert, did you want to talk a little bit about any recent movies you've seen?
Yeah, I did see a really good movie recently, and that's Peaky Blinders, which is based on the Netflix show.
Had you seen the show?
I have not watched the show.
Okay, I haven't either.
To.
All my friends who've seen it, they're like, Andrew, you got to watch it. And everyone loves Cillian Murphy. Phenomenal actor.
Yes, he's strong.
Oppenheimer,
yeah,
which is just one of 20 different things you could pin him with. Um, it, what are the other big names in that
So
movie?
Barry Keegan's in that film as well. So you get Scarecrow, Cillian Murphy played Scarecrow in Batman.
Now
You
the
got
Joker.
Joker in it, which was an interesting parallel, but it's and Tim Roth's in it too. Tim Roth's got a very, how can I say it, very menacing role.
Okay.
He is a gangster who's for the Nazis, and he's trying to overthrow and use gangsters to help overthrow the government
In Ireland? Or is it
Yes.
the UK?
in Ireland.
Okay.
Yep. And it's a very well-made movie. It has this industrial noir look to it that reminded me of Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah.
Yes, and impeccably shot.
Cool.
And what I was going to say about that movie, it's just very riveting too from beginning to end. It's a 2-hour movie, and the pacing on that film was so strong. I watched it and just breezed by. So I recommend that one.
Directed by
So
Tom Harper.
he's the director of the show. He directed some episodes of the show too.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, very sprawling. Has the scope of an epic gangster movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rebecca Ferguson is in
And
it
Rebecca
too.
Ferguson's in it too. Yes.
I love her.
Yep.
Cool. What else have you seen, sir?
I saw Frankenstein, which very hit or miss movie.
The Bride.
The Bride.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Bride movie directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Christian Bale plays the monster Frankenstein, and then Jessie Buckley, fresh off her Academy Award, wins this, and her performance is definitely reminded me a lot of Toni Storm from the AEW. She's a wrestler, so she goes darling, and Toni Storm does the darling thing, and then no, it's crazy. This movie was greenlit.
Really?
Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal had a lot of success for her Netflix movie, The Lost Daughter, which was nominated for a couple Oscars.
That's right.
Olivia Colman, and also Jessie Buckley got her first Oscar nomination for supporting actress for that film. And this movie is really rich in style. It's got a very singular vision. It's very female driven and whatnot, but it's just a messy movie. It's not cohesive enough. It feels overlinked. You get exhausted from it after a while as well. But there's a lot of potential, but it's not a full success.
Do you think it would have been more successful if it had a tighter script, or if some of the producers would have kind of helped her make it more cohesive? What do you think would fix this movie?
It's overly casted for one. There's too many characters. They should have slowed it down, focused on the Bonnie and Clyde love story that's certainly drawing from, and it had too many villains in it. We had Peter Sarsgaard in it.
Oh,
as the villain. He has an arc in it. There's weird arcs in it. It's like he didn't really deserve an arc. He plays this corrupt detective on their lead, and then he has a change of heart out of nowhere, which didn't work for me.
Is it just me, or does it seem like a lot of movies, and I watch a lot more TV shows than you do, but I would also say TV shows, they seem to have a lot more characters now that they try. I don't know if they do it as a safety thing to like, the more characters we have, the more it'll help
move the story forward.
Yeah. I felt that way with The Rise of Skywalker, which had other problems, of course.
Sure.
The last season of Stranger Things, which I know you haven't seen, but they just introduced all these other characters. I'm like, are you trying to cover up for your lack of plot here, or what's going on?
That's exactly what it is.
And from what you're telling me, and from what I've read a little bit about The Bride, it seems like they're trying to pad it out with characters instead of.
So they have the other reviews were saying that too. Okay.
Annette Bening, Jake Gyllenhaal, Penelope Cruz, Julianne Hough. Ooh.
Yeah, there's like I said, there's a lot of characters. A lot of them end up being lightly sketched, unfortunately, not fleshed out a lot. It's like Maggie. Here you go. She went. I commend it for being ambitious. It's bold. I'm not denying that.
Sure. It's
not a bad movie by any means, but just not a successful movie, like I said.
I'll try to check it out when it comes streaming.
Yeah, I'd say it's worth a streaming watch. Don't pay. Go see it unless you want to do like a cheap $5 matinee. It's worth that, but I wouldn't pay full price for that. I'd give it a 2.5 out of 4.
Okay.
Now, Adam on my site, he gave it 1. He hated it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he wrote the review for it.
He probably said there's nothing redeeming about it.
Yeah. He thought it was a painful mess.
Before we started recording, you also mentioned you saw Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, and Wuthering Heights is the same thing. I had a lot of the similar issues with it. I think it's a little more successful than that because It has more of an emotional center to it, and the style works more. And
Okay.
it all around, it's more evocative. I was more involved and engaged with that one, even though it's messy as well.
Okay, I'm glad I asked you about that because I don't know anyone else that has seen it, and I haven't come across any reviews or anything. So I don't know if it was the consensus was it's really good or it sucked or somewhere in the middle. Would you give it out of 4 stars? What was your rating?
So I give it like a mild 3 out of 4.
Mild 3.
I gave The Bride 2.5. I'd give this a mild 3 out of 4.
It has 2 of the hottest
Yeah,
stars in it: Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein himself.
he's playing a monster again in this. Heathcliff.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the story. I know it's from like the 1800s.
Emily Browning's famous novel. Yeah.
Any other films that you've seen recently you want to briefly talk about?
Yeah.
We're almost at an hour.
Yeah, I like The Moment as well, which is a mockumentary about CharlieXCX.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
824, right?
Yeah, A24 put it out.
Then I got to see it.
Alexander Skarsgård's in it.
Yes.
And this movie, I think, it did get some mixed reviews. I happen to really like it.
3.5 out of 4?
Yeah, actually, I give it 3.5 out of 4. The
Good
reason
to hear.
why the style's amazing. I like that the pseudo documentary feeling, the mockumentary just worked. It was aesthetically pleasing for one. And CharlieXCX, I like that the satire is rich in this movie. People could walk around and say this movie's hollow. What's the point? It's an exercise in celebrity hollowness. And CharlieXCX is very self-aware of that in the film. And then let me tell you this too: Alexander Skarsgård in this movie, he plays this controlling director at odds of CharlieXCX's creative curator on this big Amazon concert they're going to put on, and he gets all the egotistical attributes of a director down to its pat. And this character is so great. The satire of this character is so great. It reminded me of a Robert Altman character.
Really?
And I think there's an Altman-esque feeling to the movie too. It's got a large ensemble. It's dizzying. It's chaotic. It's satirical. And I'm thinking of this is Robert Altman was alive. He would have directed this picture. Absolutely.
Good to know.
The spirit of Robert Altman lives on
Yes.
with this, but very misunderstood movie. I do think it was mixed, and just because it's misunderstood, but it's
And a decade from now, you think it'll be more widely.
I believe so because she's got a
Liked.
big following, XCX.
I definitely want to see it when it's streaming. Any other films you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
Send Help, the new Sam Raimi movie is out, still playing.
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams. See that film? That movie's a wild roller coaster right there. Think of like Misery meets Castaway.
Ooh, yeah.
On an island with mix of Triangle of Sadness. That's what it's about with the class and the power dynamics. Remind me of Triangle of Sadness, which is very similar. And then it's like the survivalist movie, but Raimi puts his touch on it, and it feels horror. He's got that crazy horror, macabre madness circled around the movie.
This is the guy who did Evil Dead, baby.
Yes, and you get the hand in the sand in this one. You get those fast zoom-ins and just all-around craziness, gruesomeness in it, too, that has that Raimi touch.
Cool.
What a great director Sam Raimi is, making this highly skillful, highly watchable movie. And let me tell you, she battles a boar in the movie, Andrew.
Ooh.
And it is on par with the bear scene in The Revenant.
Ooh.
Which that's playing right now, too. The Revenant's celebrating its 10th anniversary at the theaters right now.
Wow. What's that dude coming out with next? Inarritu?
So, yeah, he's working with Tom Cruise this
I heard
year.
he was doing something, with Cruise.
Yeah, that's coming out in the fall. And
Can't wait. I need to rewatch Birdman.
Yes, Birdman.
I love
Birdman's great. The Revenant. And I also love his earlier films, too. Like, I love Babel, Amoros Peros, 21 Grams. Beautiful, all strong movies.
I think the only one out of those early ones I saw was 21 Grams, but I really liked it.
Yes.
Sean
Penn and that, too.
And,
Same year,
Naomi Watts.
Benicio del Toro was nominated for an Oscar for that movie.
That's
too.
right.
And look at him and Penn together. And
yes.
battle, and then that.
Man, I got to add 5 more movies to my list to watch just from this hour of talking with my buddy, Robert Joseph Butler. Yeah. Any last words, Robert? We're right at 1 hour.
I just wanted to say that this year's Oscars and all the movies nominated, and as well as the other movies that weren't nominated, great movies like Superman, Caught by the Tides, Eddington, Weapons. Well, that was nominated, for one. But there's so many. This was a great year. Anybody who tells you cinema's dead just has not watched enough. And I really hope that this year's strong. And there's a lot of promising directors with movies on the slate this year. We got a new Nolan movie coming out, new Inarritu, tons of other directors coming out with new movies. So let's really hope that this year sustains itself.
Yeah. There's another one. I was just looking at my Letterboxd movies of the year. Didn't get any love, and I don't know anyone else that saw it except for Robert and I. The Life of Chuck, directed by Mike Flanagan.
Absolutely, yeah. We talked about that last month on the podcast.
That's right. We did talk about that.
Made our top 10s.
Yeah, lots of great movies out there, folks. And if you are one of those people that say there's nothing good out there, there's nothing original, talk to Robert and I, and we can point you in the right direction. There's good stuff. It just might not always be shown directly to you from the screen of your phone or your television, but there's good stuff out there if you look for it. Long live cinema.
Yes. Viva la revolution.
Viva la revolution.
That's one Battle After Others says.
All right, folks. This has been episode 2 of the Defacto Film Review podcast, and it's been a lot of fun. If you have any questions or comments about our show, contact us, and maybe we might read them on the air. Who knows? But yes, I am co-host Andrew Walker, and we also have had
Robert Joseph Butler.
All right, folks. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.